We're not done yet.
Gotta back up, but she act up. 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 Gotta back up, but she act up.
Big boobs in a bus, bust they in a bus, bust they in a bus. She a baddie, she know she a 10. Big boobs in a bus, bust they in a bus, bust they in a bus. In the party, he just wanna rum, no rum, no rum, rum, no rum, no rum, rum, no rum, no rum, rum, no rum, rum.
Hi guys, if you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tyra, and today I'm going to be giving you all the details on my 8-month update on my BBL surgery and recovery. So if you don't know, first go back and watch all of the videos on my BBL journey playlist on YouTube. Just check it out on my channel. But long story short, I got a BBL surgery, which is liposuction and fat transfer to my hips and butt back in December of 2022. So just last December. I am now 8 months post-surgery or 8 months post-op, and I'm giving you all the details on how I'm feeling, how things are going, what I've been doing, and so much more. So I'm not gonna delay it any further. Let's get right into it. There are so many categories of things that I'm going through today. If you want to kind of skip around to get to like those burning questions in your head in case I've just answered it and it's not at the beginning, you can go down to the description box and I have some like time-stamped chapters through this video so you can check those out. So first are my measurements. My hips are now just over 25¼ inches. My hips are now at about 37¼ inches. And this for me is pretty satisfactory. I want to say before my surgery, I was at about 27, maybe 27, 28 inches in my waist. And in my hips, I was like 36 inches. So even though the difference may seem small, like I'm still growing, still improving, I think especially like the difference between the curve is still really good. So I'm really satisfied with my measurements. Speaking of what I like about my results, let's get into what I like and what I don't like 8 months post-op. So what I like is definitely my slender build. I feel like I'm a really like skinny curvy girl, and I think that really gives like classy, cute. Like a lot of people are like, you got a BBL? I can't believe you got a BBL. And some people mean it in a nice way, like girl, it looks so natural, looks so good. And that's the way I take it, because like that's the way I look. I went to the Dr. William Miami, and his OG curve, his OG line, like that whole concept of the OG is meant to make it look natural. So I'm going to take it as a compliment. But some people be like, that's your BBL?
Your BBL's not BBLing.
Okay, well, you should have paid for it if you had so many expectations. So I don't let that stuff bother me. I really like how I look. I also like how I have some more projection. Like the people that know me, who've known me for a long time, they're like, girl, it's back there, it's sitting, like you're definitely a lot. Okay, I won't say a lot. No, low-key like a lot thicker than I was before. And I think it has to do with the lipo. Like when they take away weight from like your lower back and like your sides and stuff, it just makes your hips and your butt look fuller. So I really like that I just have a more curvy appearance overall. I love that. I love the way my clothes, when they fit and they look good. You can't tell me nothing. Okay, I put on this little sleek ponytail, I go out and you can't stop me. I'm like, I know I look good, okay? Now what I don't like, I don't know if you've noticed, like if you go back to where I showed you like how I look now when you see my back, but what looks like fat on my back is not actually fat. That's loose skin. So when they did the lipo on my back, like they didn't cut off the extra skin that was around that fat. It's still there, and like it's just kind of there. It's just kind of like extra skin. So it has this appearance of like raw fat, but it's not. I don't really let it bother me, but I mean, if I had to say like, I wish that wasn't the case, it'd be that for sure. Like, but I don't know what the fixes are for that. If you do know, let me know down in the comments. I'm really not open to getting like cut, like them cutting off skin. It sounds painful. That sounds painful. So if you know what the fix is for that, please let me know down in the comments. I also don't like that I still have a bit of a hip dip. Like, so one of my hips I slept on very early in recovery, like my first few days out of recovery, just so that I'd be able to sleep, because I couldn't just like not sleep on either hip. I don't know how to explain it, but I just couldn't master it at the time. So the hip that I did sleep on, it still has that hip dip. So I have a hip that's a bit rounded out now, and then one that's like a little dippy. Yeah, but honestly, I feel like it's really, for the most part, noticeable to me. Other people really don't notice it until I point it out, and they're like, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. It's just one of those nitpicky things that like I noticed, like, so. And the third and last thing that I don't like is that my back broke out so bad post-op, like, and it's still going. I really think it has to do with like the lymphatic drainage fluid, and like I think it's coming through my pores, and it's just breaking out my back terribly. So to like get it to not do that, African black soap has helped, oil of oregano, but I highly suggest diluting it with another oil, like a carrier oil, because that stuff is strong and it will burn. And I'm just going to go and get a back peel, like a chemical peel on my back for the scarring, because the breakout came with scarring. Ugh. I don't think that that's the case for everybody. I don't think everybody experiences the breakout, but I did really bad. But I mean, I do break out in general, so I think it's just a me thing. I would never say like, oh, your back's gonna break out, don't get the surgery. That's not what I'm saying. This is just a me thing. Now, let's get into how my body feels 8 months post-op. So, you know, at the beginning, like I had the aches, I had like the soreness. Then about 3 months post-op or so, when my nerves started regenerating, I had the itchies so bad. Well, no more itchies, no more soreness. All I can say I experienced really is like these tingles in my butt. It's just like a tingly feeling sometimes. That's really it. And I don't know what that is. Maybe it's the fat still healing, still grafting a bit. I also travel a lot for work, and maybe like the elevation changes and the pressure changes could be affecting how my body, or like how fast my body is healing. But that's really it. Like I feel good, feel great, no complaints. Now, diet and exercise. So this is a big one. I'm bad at it too. I'm gonna be honest. So diet and exercise are so important with results. Me, I'm still having a hard time getting back to consistently exercising, literally just because of my work schedule. Honestly, when I exercise now, like I feel fine. It's not a problem whatsoever. And diet, like I eat everything now. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because since I was a skinny BBL, I really need to take in more calories to maintain the fat. So it's not bad, but I do have to balance it with some healthier eating, because I don't want the fat to accumulate in other places where I don't want it. So I'm gonna show you guys 3 BBL conscious meals that I love that keep the body bodying. The first meal is a breakfast meal. This is avocado toast made with Dave's Killer Bread. Dave's Killer Bread has a whole bunch of protein in it, plus whole grains and seeds. So good, so seasoned. And then I have some avocado just cut up, smushed up, spread on the bread. Then I cut up some boiled eggs. I sprinkled some red crushed pepper and drizzled honey. It's so good. It has the sweet, it has the savory, and it's so good for you. Like this meal right here is the best way to start your day. I'll probably pair it with my warm lemon water, or just some regular water, or some orange juice. I also strongly suggest for your honey either only using raw organic honey or your locally produced honey. The second meal is a lunch meal, and this salad was inspired by the grilled market salad from Chick-fil-A. I use spring mix lettuce, some either roasted or grilled chicken, add some sliced strawberries, and sprinkle some blueberries. Now, the sesame ginger dressing from Newman's is tea. It's so sweet and savory type of good, so not too sweet. And then it's only 35 calories, so it's not super heavy. It makes your salad actually really light. I like to pair this salad with either a mint infused water or a ginger kombucha. The ginger in the kombucha complements the ginger in the dressing really well, and it's really just a great midday, lightweight, and honestly energizing meal. The third and final meal is a protein-packed dinner. So this is rice. I usually do brown rice, but I didn't have brown rice today, just white. So a good steamed rice, some roasted or grilled chicken, lightly seasoned. I only cook with Himalayan pink salt. I do not use the regular salt like that comes in that blue container. I don't use it. I don't own it. And then also some broccoli, some nice steamed broccoli sprinkled with garlic powder. This meal is so good, so filling, and lately I've been pairing it with a red wine. I think people usually do like white meat with white wine, but the red wine is good and it works for me. I hope you guys enjoyed those meals. Give them a try. Let me know how those meals taste in the comments. My last little note about diet and exercise is that water is so important with recovery at this stage. Like, when I drink my water, I feel and see the biggest difference in my body. Like, waist smaller, and even like my butt and my hips, to me, I think look a little fuller. Like, it just gives juicier. But it's not from one day of drinking water. It's consistently drinking a lot of water. I like to average 100 ounces of water a day. My water bottle is 25 ounces. So 4 of those, 100, it works out pretty well, and it doesn't leave me feeling like I'm gonna get like water poisoning either. Now the faja. Oh my gosh. So I know for some the faja is great. For others, they dread the faja. Me personally, I dreaded the faja like at first because like I was fresh out of surgery. Like, let me out of this thing, until they let me out, and then I felt like my whole body was falling apart. I was like, put me back in that thing. But I love wearing my faja. I really like to throw my faja and wear it for a few days when I feel like I'm swelling a bit, like my waist just isn't looking too slender. A lot of times it's really just need to put on that faja, get some extra shaping done, get some extra pressure on those swollen areas to push out that lymphatic drainage fluid. I like to wear mine with a waist trainer over the waist part. Here you can see the faja. Here's the waist trainer. I got it on Amazon and it'll be linked below. I put it on. Sometimes I'll flip up the bottom of it since I have a short torso and I don't want the bottom of the waist trainer to be compressing my hips, because I'm still in that mode of I want to preserve the fat. I'm pretty sure I don't have to do that anymore, but it just feels funny to have the waist trainer over those areas, so I just flip it up and it's not a problem. It doesn't look too crazy, at least to me. So this is how I wear my faja. Now, I don't wear the waist trainer over it when I go to sleep. I feel like that's too much pressure, so I just wear my faja. By the way, this is my Pretty Girl Curves Stage 2 faja. It's also linked below. I love this faja, swear by it. I have 3 fajas and I wear this one the most because this is the only one that I have from Pretty Girl Curves. The other 2 are from the surgery center and I just like this one better. Now, I will say that my fajas, all 3 of them definitely need tailoring, and I can kind of feel that when I put it on because it's not giving me the compression that I really think I need, but using the waist trainer over it definitely fills in that gap a bit. Now let's talk about sleep. When I first got my surgery, of course, it's stomach sleeping only, no exceptions, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Makes perfect sense. Now we're 8 months post-op, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I still sleep on my stomach. I can sleep on my sides and my back now, but honestly, like, it just feels way better to me to sleep on my stomach. I really can't explain why, but like, it just feels kind of funny when I sleep on my back. If I want a good, comfortable, long night of sleep, I'm going to sleep on my stomach. It feels great. Of course, my results aren't impacted because I'm not sleeping on those parts that have the fat grafted to them and I wake up fine. So the big question lately has been, would I do it again? And the answer is absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
If I bear children, I'm definitely doing this again. Absolutely. No doubts about it. No ifs, ands, or buts. I'm going back to Miami. Okay? I am because it just makes sense for me personally. I cannot say that for everybody, but for me, I feel okay in investing in 2 hours that will save me as far as like striving to get a look, going to the gym like twice a day, 3 or 4 days a week, every week for who knows how many years. I work full time, and dedicating time to work and then fun and then creating and then gym, it's so much. I would like to stay going to the gym for what I feel would be health reasons. I don't want it to be for purely cosmetic reasons. So it's like, let me get my cosmetic reasons out with this surgery this one time, a couple hours, come out, boom, it's done. Recovery, you've seen my recovery journey. It's not that hard for me. I have to say for me, everybody's different. But for me, it's not that hard. Move on, live my life, and go to the gym for what I feel would be health reasons, like keeping myself healthy, keeping myself active, keeping my heart and my lungs going. I want me going to the gym to be for those reasons. Now, next steps. Now, I have a few next steps in my BBL journey, okay? We're not done yet. So the first one would be going back to some massages, but instead of the like regular hand massages that I was doing before, I want to try wood therapy. I've heard and even seen some of the results, and it's really good for sculpting, like pushing that lymphatic drainage fluid around your body, like just getting it moving, breaking it up. I really want to try that, and I really want to see what those results would look like on my body. Also, for those hip dips, I am looking into Radiesse. Radiesse is a collagen boosting dermal filler, and it can basically like fill out where I'm seeing those hip dips, give me fuller hips, give me even more like fuller butt, like a bit more projection. So I'm looking into that. I'm really excited, and I'm going to keep you guys in the loop, as in, yes, I will be vlogging that when I get it done and all the steps leading up to it. And my last next step is, I mentioned it before in the video, but the back peel. I'm absolutely going to get a chemical peel on my back to address all the scarring that came from the breakouts from the lymphatic drainage fluid from the surgery. So that's coming up too, and of course you're going to see that. Now, I don't want you guys to miss out on any of this, so make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Let me know in the comments what you think about this video, what you want to see about my journey. If you have any questions about my journey or my surgery, feel free to put them down below, or you can go to my Instagram and DM me. I am very responsive to my DMs about my surgery. I don't gatekeep anything, so please let me know, okay? This has been so much fun. I hope that this was helpful to someone, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.